Hi, I'm Jim Fitzpatrick. I'm one of the coaches here at Miller Brothers Mixed Martial Arts. I'm here with one of my students, Jason. Today what we'll be going over is the hip bump or the sit-over sweep. And we're going to look at kind of chaining it together with the Kimura from guard that we did last week. I'm going to show it first, then I'll break it down. So, the first step is I have to break his posture and get his hands to the mat. So I use my legs to break the posture while I take his posts away by swimming underneath. I like to swim underneath because as I bump him, I can follow and grab his hands at the very end. I'm not trying to turn my hands or anything like that, giving him that split-second escape. Open my legs, I sit up. Now, if he's posting the hand, I can try and chop it out and bring it in. A lot of times you get here and they're holding the wrist, people are afraid of you attacking that Kimura, so they tuck it underneath. Now I just need to kind of frame it in there, make sure his arm doesn't come back out. So in the last video we looked at being stable and being good in this position where I'm on my elbow. What I want now for the sit-over sweep is I want to get up to my hand. One thing I do is I keep my hand far away. I don't want my hand right here where he can just grab it with his hand and topple me back over. So once I get here, I want my hand far enough away so if he starts to reach for it, I can keep it away from him. So now, I'm going to post up on my hand and my opposite foot. And I'm going to pick my butt up in the air. So for a second here, it's just my hand and my foot on the ground. Now I'm going to think, turn, look behind me as I give him a little bump with my hip. Here. And then I'm basing out. A lot of people, when they initially do the sit-over sweep or the hip bump, think I'm going to take the person straight back. I don't actually want to take him straight back. I want him to almost land next to where I was. Swim the hands, bump them forward, hold the wrist, open, sit up. Lock the arm, post the hand. Post the foot, hip up, turn and look behind you. As I sweep him over, one of the common things people ever want to do is keep the momentum going and re-roll to here. So what I have to do is I have to prevent that by going to this funny position that my coach calls cat in the toilet. Basically, you ever try and drop a cat in the toilet, they're going to spread out so you can't put them in there. It's exactly what I'm looking to do. Right here. Arms are wide, my hips are low, my feet are spread. That way, if he goes to bridge and roll, we're not going anywhere. So now, how can we chain this together with that first attack that we did? Sometimes I'm here, I'm looking for this Kimura, and he's tucking the hand behind the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let go with my hand that holds the wrist, and I turn my other hand, and I hold his wrist. Just so we can see, just pull your arm out a little bit. I'm holding it with my hand turned sideways. This is usually the one that's holding my own wrist. But when it's tucked nice and tight, it's not uncomfortable for me to put my hand in this position. Now I can get up to my hand again. Now as I go to bump, very hard for him to get the arm out. As I go, try and get the arm out. It's not going anywhere as we go over. Now, for this one, I do want to post my other leg out because it's going to take me a second to swivel my hand back through and post. I sit up, he might block the arm, put it behind so I can't attack it, frame it in, up to my hand, post the foot, turn and look behind you. Cat in the toilet, immediately. So again, I'm swimming the hands, sitting up. If he tucks the arm, I just block it in there. I post my opposite foot, come up to my hand, hips up, turn over, base out, cat in the toilet. Second version, again, I'm attacking that Kimura, and he's looking to tuck the arm. Same thing, I bump him forward, grab the wrist. As I sit up, once I start to punch my hand through, he wants to tuck his hand behind, hold his hands together. That way I can't just rip his arm out. So I take the one that was holding my wrist, turn it, grab his wrist, tight down with my elbow, like I'm holding his shoulder and forearm nice and tight to my body. Post the hand, post the foot. This time when I take him over, I'm going to want to extend my opposite foot out just a little bit so that I have time to snake my hand back out from around his and post my hands out. I hope you guys liked what you saw. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you're looking for any more videos, check us out at MillerBrothersMMA.com.